Yeah, mic on, watch me, zone in. Queenie talk slick, let the show begin. Movies, music's real talk, the mix. Throwing gems while I'm breaking down flicks. Crown up high, you know what it mean. Culture, comedy, and everything in between. Hit play, sit back, it's a whole new scene. Bow to the vibe, it's the reign of Queenie.
Powered by Riverside.
Parents, do better. No, seriously, do better. Because today's movie proves that sometimes the scariest monster isn't the serial killer, it's the people who are supposed to love you the most. Welcome back to Queen Diva's podcast. I'm your host, Queenie, and today I'm talking about a movie I randomly stumbled across while strolling TikTok, and this is called Weeping Bones. Now, I thought I was getting ready to watch another horror movie. You know, a creepy killer, some jump scares, maybe a little mystery. What I wasn't expecting was to spend almost 2 hours wanting to climb through my TV screen and hug one character because everybody in her life completely failed her, except her grandma. I'm telling y'all right now, this movie had me emotional, frustrated, yelling at my television, and questioning everybody's parenting skills. So, I'm gonna need you guys to grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's talk about Weeping Bones. Now, this movie wastes absolutely zero time. The very first thing we see is Bella. And y'all, Bella, she is hanging on a cross covered in blood. She's barely alive. And she's telling us that she actually died the day of her foster sister Anna's piano competition. Now, immediately I'm thinking, well, this escalated really quickly. Who starts a movie like that? So Bella begins explaining what happened to her. Years ago, her father, Paul, is a detective. He arrested a dangerous criminal named Jack. Jack had spent years in prison, and when he finally got out, he wanted revenge. Only he didn't go after the detective, he went after the detective's daughter, which is Bella. Jack tells Bella, so now that you are tied up, he had a knife, and he gives her one simple choice. All she has to do is say, my parents are going to burn in hell. That's it. Say those words, and according to him, she gets to live. Now, let me tell y'all something. Bella could have lied. Most people would have lied. I couldn't have lied because I don't want to condemn people. I would have been like, listen, they're going wherever you want them to go. Just let me leave. But Bella refuses. She says, my dad is the best detective. My mom is the best coroner. I love them. They're my heroes. Y'all, this girl is literally defending her parents while she's staring death in the face. This scene broke my heart. And what does Jack do? He cuts her tongue out. Yeah, I had to pause the movie because I wasn't ready. This girl truly loved her parents so much that she'd rather lose her tongue than curse them. Put a pin on that and remember that because it's going to make everything else in this movie hurt even more. Now, let's immediately cut to Anna's piano competition. To Anna, Bella is her adopted sister. She's performing at this big piano competition. Everybody's dressed up, everybody's clapping like so. Paula and Evelyn are cheering her on. Everything looks perfect, except Bella is missing, y'all. Now, Evelyn is looking around, wondering where Bella is, and for one tiny second, I thought, okay, maybe they really do care. Maybe there's no reason why we're here. Nope, I spoke way too soon. We immediately cut back to Bella. She is still tied up, still bleeding, no longer has a tongue, and then her phone rings. It's her dad. Jack actually answers the phone and he puts it next to Bella's ear. Paul says, Bella, where are you? Why aren't you here? It's your sister's competition. Y'all, Bella is trying really hard to answer. She physically can't. She doesn't have a tongue anymore. That scene alone made me emotional. Can you imagine hearing your dad's voice, wanting to scream for help, and nothing is coming out? What would you do? But then, everything changed. While Jack is still listening, Bella's parents, they start talking. And this right here is where they completely lost me. Bella's own mother, Evelyn, calls her ungrateful. Then she says Bella distracted Anna, and because of Bella, Anna only got second place. Excuse me? Your biological daughter is missing, and you don't know where she is, and this is what you're worried about? A piano competition? Evelyn lost me. I'm sorry. I don't care what Bella supposedly did before this. Nothing, and I mean nothing, justifies talking about your child like that, especially while she's missing. I don't know about y'all, but if I called somebody and they didn't answer, I'm checking hospitals, I'm calling friends, I'm driving around looking for them, not talking about how ungrateful they are. Oh, and if you thought Evelyn was horrible in this incident, Paul wasn't any better. And then Bella hears her own father, who's supposed to be this amazing detective, says, I regret bringing you back. Sir, what? You regret bringing your kidnapped daughter home? Bella spent 11 years missing. 11 years, guys. She finally gets back to her family, and this is how she's treated. I wanted to jump through my TV and hug her and actually save her because apparently nobody cared about her. The part that completely destroyed me, and here's what made me cry. Bella heard every single word. She heard her mom, she heard her dad, she heard them calling her names, she heard them wishing she wasn't there. While she's still tied to a cross and bleeding and dying, nobody deserves that. Nobody. But somehow Bella still loved them, even after hearing all of that. That's what broke my heart. And here's the crazy part. Jack, the psychopath, actually looked shocked. He realized then he had kidnapped somebody whose own family didn't even seem to appreciate her. Now, don't get me wrong, Jack is still evil. He's absolutely insane. But even he seemed surprised by what Bella's parents were saying. That tells you just how bad it really was. And y'all, we're only getting started because somehow it gets worse. Bella doesn't even realize she's dead. Meanwhile, her parents are sitting at home eating dinner with Anna, acting like Bella just decided to disappear. And trust me, Anna, we're gonna have a conversation about Anna because That girl had me talking to my TV every 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna dive into Bella's heartbreaking return home, into the investigation, Anna's manipulation, and why I think Grandma Mary was the only person in this entire movie who truly loved Bella. Alright, y'all, welcome back. If you're still here, first of all, thank you. Second, I hope your blood pressure isn't as high as mine was watching this movie. Because at this point, I wasn't scared of Jack anymore. I was scared of Bella's parents making another terrible decision. And spoiler alert, they absolutely do. So, Bella doesn't know she's dead at this point. So, after Jack finishes with Bella, he has a chainsaw, so he hacks her into pieces. Spoiler alert if you didn't know. The next thing we see is Bella walking into her own house. Everything looks normal. She's calling for her mom. She's looking around. She sees everybody inside, and she's smiling because she's finally home. Then her mom goes to hug her, and she walks right through her. That's when Bella realizes, wait, I'm dead. Y'all, that hurt. Because she wasn't worried about herself, her first instinct was, I just want my mom. And she couldn't even get that. Meanwhile, inside the house, they're having a family dinner without Bella. Bella is literally standing there watching them. Nobody can see her. Nobody knows she's there. They cannot hear anything she's saying. Her mom is smiling. Her dad is eating. Anna is sitting there like everything is perfect. And Bella is just watching. Imagine dying, coming home, and seeing your family carrying on like nothing ever happened. That scene was heartbreaking. Now, the movie finally starts explaining why everything feels so off. Bella was kidnapped when she was only 5 years old. 5, guys. She spent 11 years missing. Can y'all imagine that? 11 birthdays, 11 Christmases, 11 years wondering if your family still loved you. Then at 16, she's finally rescued. You're thinking she's about to get this beautiful reunion with her parents, right? Wrong. Because while she was gone, they adopted another daughter, Anna. Now, don't get me wrong. I have absolutely nothing against adoption. Kids deserve loving homes. But here's my problem. When Bella came home, instead of making room for both daughters, they acted like Bella was the inconvenience. There is no room for you. The explanation gave Bella was basically, well, we missed you, so we adopted Anna. Okay, I understand that, but then they practically tell Bella, there's literally no room for you. Can you imagine hearing that? You're finally back home and your own parents make you feel like a guest in your own house? That was strike number 100 for me. Evelyn finally notices Bella isn't home, and this is where Anna starts lying. I mean, it's not like she wasn't lying before. Not that Evelyn was worried, not because she missed her. She just notices. Anna immediately jumps in with the story. She basically says she saw Bella getting on the back of a motorcycle with some punk. Ghost Bella immediately says, that's a lie. Now, here's what irritated me. Anna tells the parents, I didn't tell you because Bella threatened to break my legs. And what does Paul do? He stops calling Bella. Sir, what? You're a detective. You don't question any of this. You just accept Anna's story like it's the gospel. At this point, I wanted his detective badge revoked. So we get the body of Jane Doe. Paul does get a call at the dinner table. They found a body on the beach. It had been dismembered. And immediately I'm thinking, oh no, this must be Bella. Of course, we know that. But her parents, they're still convinced Bella is just rebellious. Y'all, their daughter is literally on that beach. And they're talking about teaching her a lesson. I could not believe what I was hearing. But can we take a quick break and talk about these fake reporters? So Evelyn starts examining the crime scene and she finds the bracelet. It has the initials BD, Bella Dawson. Now, I'm thinking, finally, surely she'll recognize it, right? Nope. Instead, we get a flashback. And this flashback made me so angry. Bella had this bracelet years earlier. Anna secretly hid a blade inside it. Then Anna cut herself and blamed Bella. When Evelyn found out, did she investigate? Did she ask questions? Did she even hear Bella's side? Absolutely not. She immediately punishes Bella. Anna smirks. And here's what really got under my skin. When Evelyn walked away with Anna, she turns around and smiles at Bella. Like, I won again. That little smile told me everything I needed to know about Anna. This wasn't a one time lie. This girl has been manipulating this family for years, and they're easy to manipulate. So we go back into the present. Ghost Bella is just standing there watching her mom hold her bracelet in her hands. She's practically begging, Mom, please remember. And Evelyn doesn't. That scene almost made me cry because Bella finally realizes her parents truly never saw her. They only saw Anna. And here's the irony. Evelyn looks at this Jane Doe and says, We'll find whoever did this to this sweet girl. Wait, hold on, y'all. You're showing more compassion to a stranger than your own daughter this entire movie? Even Ghost Bella notices it. She's shocked. She's like, my mom cares more about this body than she's ever cared about me. And honestly, I couldn't even argue with her. So we get another flashback. Bella thanks her mom for dinner, and she's being super sweet, very respectful. Anna starts acting rude. Bella finally snaps and slaps her. She should have slapped her more than once. Now, before y'all judge me, I know violence is not the answer. But after everything Anna had done, I was like, girl, that's what you get. You should have hit her some more. And Anna immediately starts plotting revenge. She knocks food over and makes it look like Bella started everything. And just like that, just like every other flashback, guess who gets blamed? Bella, again. And this one really upset me. Bella really tries to explain herself. Neither of her parents believe her, not one, not even for a second. Instead, Paul kicks Bella out of the house. It's freezing outside. She's wearing almost nothing, and he sends her away anyway. I remember sitting here thinking, what if something happens to her? Little did I know something already had happened. So now we've got a murdered daughter, a ghost watching her own family forget about her, parents who refuse to believe anything she says, and Anna manipulating every single person in that house. And trust me, we haven't even reached the plot twist yet. Hi, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to part one of the episode. I'm covering Weeping Bones. In this part, I only talked about, Bella finding out more of her family and realizing her parents are horrible people, just like her stepsister. So, part two, which will be released next week, will have the remainder of my thoughts on this episode. I was going to combine both reviews to this episode, but it would have been a really long review, and I didn't want to make it too long, so I broke it into two parts. So next episode, we'll talk about the remainder of this movie and also my favorite character in the movie, which is Grandma Mary. She is the true MVP of the family because everybody else can take several seats. And find out what Bella also reveals to the family, because right now they don't know who Jane Doe is. So the second part, we'll find out who Jane Doe is. But if you've seen this movie, then you should know. If not, you could probably guess just by all the clues I'm throwing out there. It does have the biggest plot twist. So tune in next week to hear my last take on Weeping Bones. And also enjoy you guys this weekend. Do something fun. I am coming up off of enjoying my birthday week. I sure enough enjoyed the whole week of my birthday. Some people do take a whole month, but I decided to do a whole week because it's less cost efficient. And I enjoyed all my freebies. So maybe in the next episode, I will talk about all my freebies I obtained because there are still a few I have not gotten yet. So enjoy your weekend. And until next time, guys, stay fabulous. Bye. Ayo, crown still glowing as I dip out slow. Queenie dropped heat, now you already know. Keep your head high, let the world hear you speak. I'm back next time, same vibe next week. So stream that, dream that, keep it lit. You've been rocking with a queen, every word on beat. Till next time, stay loud, stay fly. Queenie out. Now let that beat ride.